Sorry about that. Hey, Nala. Good girl. Good girl. And I'm going to reward that. Okay, and we're just going to walk this way. See how that line's nice and slack? Good girl. And that's one of the reasons that we just kind of restarted with the leash walking, with that yielding to pressure, so that she understands, yes, when you reach the end of that leash there, you need to turn around. Good. And we always want to start on a short leash before we use a longer one, because if a dog doesn't understand what you're asking when you're 4 to 6 feet from them, there's no way they are going to understand what we're asking. Hi, beautiful. When we're like 35 to 50 feet away. Hey, Nala. Can you sit? Good girl. Let's walk. And I'm just being very decisive about what I want, because if we don't know what we're asking of our dogs, and if we can't picture it in our mind, we're not going to know when they're doing what we ask for, because we don't know what we just asked for. Does that make sense? So I'm just going to lock myself down. I'm leaning into the pressure. My knees are bent. I'm leaning into the pressure she's creating so that I can just plant myself right here. When I say plant yourself, be a tree. Lock those feet into the ground. Stand your ground. Yep. Because she yields to us. Yes, ma'am. Not the other way around. Good girl. Take it. So when we yield to them, when we yield to the dog that's pulling on us, that is teaching them, and that is reinforcing that if I pull on this leash and on this harness, I get to go forward in the direction that I want to go. That is the opposite of what we want to reinforce, right? Because, hi, see how she kind of glanced at me? I'm going to acknowledge that she glanced at me. Now, I'm not staring at her intently. I'm just kind of walking around, let her get a sniff around for where she is, because this is still kind of a new place. You've only been here like once or twice, maybe once, twice now. But you haven't been in the backyard. Hey, what are you doing? What you eating over there? As long as you're not eating poop. Not eating poop. You're just eating some grass or something. Good girl. That leash is not going to get any longer, okay? And again, this is in a position I can drop that and my hand is completely free. We don't ever want to do this. This is dangerous. Even with a 20-pound dog, that's dangerous. Especially if Colby were to be walking there, we don't ever want to wrap a leash around our hands. Smaller the hand, the more dangerous it is. Hi, beautiful. And she's thirsty, but I'm going to get her some water when we get back in the car. That's good girl. Yeah, there's another tennis ball. It's crazy, right? Yeah, I'm going to just lock myself when she starts jogging off without me, right? I'm just going to plant myself right where I am. Hi, sweet. She kind of looks like she needs to poop. Hi, pretty girl. Hi, beautiful girl. Nala. And now that she's looking at me, that's how I know I have her attention. I'm going to say her name. Yes, and I'm going to reward when she comes within arm's reach of me. Good. Come on. And what we never want to do when our dog comes to us, we don't ever want to reach down and grab them. I know sometimes there have been deer out here, like a possum or a raccoon or something, and I have wanted to reach down and grab my dogs on the collar and had to refrain, because that's scary. Imagine if you were just doing something else, completely distracted, and someone just reached over and grabbed you on the shoulder. That would scare you, wouldn't it? And you'd be less inclined, hi, come on, to want to be around that particular thing that could make that happen again, right? It's scary. The more emotionally sensitive a dog is, the more we have to take those things into account. Yeah, shake it off, foam mouth. You rabbit. Hi, beautiful. Hey, Nala. Good girl. Good girl. And now I'm going to pet her, because that's a really big form of reward for her. Good. Not all dogs want you to sit down. And I'm just going to go ahead and, now that she's paying attention, you can 100% have the reward of being off this leash. Absolutely. By all means. Being off leash is something we earn though. Yep. Good girl. Anytime I bring a new dog into my home, last April, I brought a dog that was previously recommended or referred to me as a training client. Worked with her. The owners were not having a whole lot of success. Dog needed pretty severe rehabilitation, but I've got her now, and you know, for about the first week and a half, even though she's a 9-year-old dog, I had her tethered to me on a leash, and I wore a belt and a carabiner and a leash with a dog attached to it around my house. I do the same thing with puppies. It lets me supervise them. It lets me make sure that the rules of my house, their new home, are being reinforced. Good. It also ensures if you have multiple dogs in your house that the new dog and your older dogs are all respecting each other's space. Good. Because we can't always just expect dogs to get along. All right. Different personalities, and the more personalities, whether it be human, cat, excuse me, you have a small animal like a rodent, the more personalities, the more beings and individuals that are in a house, the more personalities you will need to make coherent, which can be difficult. Hi. Hi, one of my dogs is howling. That must be Titan. Good girl. Good girl. Good job, Nala. Hi, sweetheart. I'm gonna stand. So I gave her a kiss. Good, because I wasn't sure I had her attention. I thought I might. That's okay. I'm too far away, right? Hi. If our dog's not paying attention, get closer. Good job. Because you may just be too far away for them to consider you something they want to go investigate, if that makes sense. Which is also why we keep really tasty treats. Sit. Good. And our dogs decide what their high value reward is. This is freeze-dried beef liver. They have this at Costco right now in 1 pound bags. Don't eat the dirt. What are you eating dirt for? My dogs eat dirt sometimes too. Good. But if we don't have a high value reward, like most people like money, that's a pretty high value reward for people to do their job. Dogs need a reward to do their job too. Because we can't just expect someone to work for free, dogs included. They have to be getting some of what they want to. Like right now. I'm not asking anything of her. I'm just allowing her to sniff around the yard and do dog things. It's a mental break for her too. Good. Because just like younger kids need recess, the younger a dog and the less individual, like in the less knowledge that they've got training wise, the shorter amount of time their attention span is. And their attention span may be flawless, good, but she needs a break. They need a break every now and again. Especially when they're being introduced to a new environment. But again, see that now that she's off leash, we're going to try again. Hey, Nala. I'm going to show her what I have. Hi. Yep, and notice I'm right in front of her. I'm hard to... Aha. Whoa. Good. Sit. My hand is almost connected to her nose. Aha, aha. Whoa. And I want to make sure she doesn't feel cornered, right? She has an escape route on either side. I'm not directly in front of her anymore. I got directly in front of her to make sure she stopped moving. Hi, yes, anxious yawn. I'm just asking you to sit. She feels pressured, right? You remember what I was saying? Press into the space. She can go backwards or to the side if she wants to. Nala, can you sit? I'm going to press into her space again. Not a fan of that. Hi. No, ma'am. Whoa. Whoa. I'm going to get lower to the ground. Yep, I'm going to squat down. Good girl. And again, I'm not going to grab that collar. I'm going to pet her. Right? That's good girl. And I'm going to pet her under the chin. Good. So she raises that head up. Good girl. Because I don't like playing a game of chase. There's one finger on that collar. Just a single finger. Good girl. And I'm going to scoot closer to her. Good. With the side of my body to her. Yeah, you just a nervous baby. You're just a nervous baby. It's okay. Good. Oh, I love you. I do. I love you. And I'm just going to pet her. Okay? I've got that leash back on. Good. Good. But we don't want to grab. See, we don't want to grab. That's okay. She can walk away. Hi. Good girl. Shake it off. That's all right. Yes. Good girl. Hi. Now we're going to try it again. Nice loose leash here. Nala, can you sit? Yes, ma'am. It doesn't work without the leash. Put one on. Because this removes the option of you entirely just walking away from me and ignoring me, because I don't like being ignored. And I also don't like repeating myself. Hi. Because it's not a lack of comprehension when I'm asking you to do something like sit, right? She knows what that word means. Come on. I want her to walk this way. Come. That's okay. I'm going to back up to her with my back facing her. Hi. Hi, beautiful. Yep, and I'm just going to pet. Good. That way she knows she's not in trouble. You're not in trouble for being anxious. Never. Never in trouble for being anxious. Good girl. And I'm just going to pet her. Even if she'd moved 1 foot forward, that's a reward. See how her head's way down low? I'm going to move off to the side and I'm going to put my fingers up underneath her chin. You're okay. You're okay. And I'm going to pet her like this. I'm going to make myself smaller and less intimidating. Okay? Good. Good. Smaller. I'm less intimidating. Good girl. I'm going to help build that confidence up. Good girl. Let's walk. Good. Body posture is incredibly important. And we don't just want to look at one area of the dog. We need to look at the whole dog. I'm going to plant myself right here. Good. That's okay. Now that she's not pulling away from me, that leash has wiggle in it. It's nice and loose. It's short, but it's loose, right? There's the dichotomy. You can have both. It's short, but there's no tension on it. Hi. Yep. Oh, what a good girl. Oh, what a good girl. See how when she realized she's not in trouble, she's like, oh, this crazy lady just wanted me to sit? Yes, that's all I wanted. Good girl. Good. Off. Good. Sit. Good. Good girl, Nala. Good girl. Oh, reward the daylights out of that. Good girl. We like verbal praise. Yes, we do. Tail wag. Yes. Ears are coming up. Good. Whoa. Can you sit? Oh, what a good girl. See how when we're quiet and we let the dog think? Good. Good. Oh, so good girl. Oh, so good girl. It's okay that she got up. I don't mind. Good girl. We ask for effort, not perfection. And if we want that effort, we have to work as hard as they do. Oh, what a good girl. Take it. Oh, what a good baby. Come on.